I pray my instructions will not be too technical. Your talent for following simple instructions. Push the button. Now, kindly go to the vault and enter the combination.
A stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, the metallic dial almost seems to wink at you. Taking your time, you carefully enter the combination.
Excellent. Follow me. Your time is at hand, Godwoken. Come speak to me when you wish to proceed. And try not to break anything in the meantime.
Ancient ruins, weird contraptions. This place is an Arcanist's dream.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients thrown... The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken? And you in your infinite wisdom would know what is better. You would judge your enemies without prejudice and make decisions that could hurt your own for the greater good. No, becoming the divine means taking on the power of all the gods. The divine was created by the gods to shelter us. The divine cannot use his power for anything else. When you become the divine, there is no more self.
For just a moment, her eyes soften as she looks at you.
It is no small thing to ask, but it is your... Without a new divine, Rivellon will die. Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch... The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard. Sauce in the glowing fountain.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would...
The Meister points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
Once, although not by a Godwoken. My assistant did not believe that one had to be chosen by a god to become divine.
She waves a bandaged hand absent-mindedly.
A headstrong and thoughtless girl, but the experience was... From observing her, I gather that the ritual involves inhaling the smoke, a lot of screaming, and a rather sudden death. Then you will crawl back to whatever hole you came from, where you will sit and wait to see whether the Magisters or the...
The Meister leans in to speak, her eyes cold.
This is not a game, Godwoken. You may be our last chance to set things right in this world. What you can do is read the tome by the bookcase and get started.
Opening the door, you see after a quick rummage, you gather up the black root, obsidian larch. As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. As the world fades away, you lose all sense.
Deepest recess in my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, it looks haggard and weak. Its very voice, but...
My chosen, come. Come closer, so you will see when you...
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything...
Blind eyes, shine bright. Speak the spell, and see. Gone is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the god...
You know me now, don't you? I saved you from drowning. I blessed you, made you... Your God-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. May as well make...
Rannick nourishes himself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep...
Ah, yes. Just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god. Don't you dare to be ungrateful after all I've done for you. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing, and should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion. Well, sort of. But by all means, let that... You must realize that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the void, we stand no chance. That means there is but one place we can go. The well, it most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake. We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. That is where the road to divinity leads, and you must be the first to reach it at all costs. There you touch upon the very heart of the void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in the source of the seven, but to take it. All of it. Only he who claims everything will be everything. The void's doom. This world's liberator. It's very simple, really. They will either bow to you or be undone. But of course, that is what they are saying to their own God-woken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will... Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One. At the expense, so make no mistake, my champion. Chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods, their blood on your murderous hands. But don't let that dismay you. For these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence. To save your kin, and your loved ones, and the world they live in. Of course, the ends do justify the means. Life, or the eternal void. If you choose life, you choose the Well of Ascension. I will lead you there when you're ready, when you've become a true master of the Source and speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a God-woken can, and wield its most powerful spell.
Hoarse laughter rolls and echoes.
You flatter me, my chosen. But if all I had to do was give, you would have long since have received. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first you must learn, you must make them teach you, so that you may become a... So, return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince once you have, you may return to me here. Something that will make you understand that for a god, Source is It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life, you have the vision of a god now. Eyes that can speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Best of luck. Go now.
A man's spirit stands before you, clad in scholarly... Who has taken my books? My notes? They were here just a... Sweet Armadia, why do you... Am I cursed? Has the god... The chronicler shudders, looking sick to his... Again. This again. When we were in Reaper's Eye. When I saw those tomes and the vision always fades. Why can't I escape? Why is there never a... Me? I archived River. A lizard empress sought my services. She needed an... She told me the design was brilliant. When the armor was forged, if it wasn't for me, the armor wouldn't exist at all. This... If I knew the way, I'd shout until every god heard me. The chronicler puts his head in his hands. The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and
Still alive? Gods above.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your...
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
The Meister's eyes flash with fury, but she holds her tongue and steps...
You are not a pile of ash, so the ritual was a success, albeit partially. You had all the... That is... unfortunate. I know exactly what must be done. You must find a master of source. And I could have helped you once. The purging which the Magisters included as part of their service was quite... if not enough to silence me, but enough that I would not turn their inside. Enough to sever my link to the font from which all source flows. And so we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turn into meat puppets. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to. Just so, some of these are quite dark, twisted individuals. The kind of creatures that grew bored pulling their legs from spikes. However, it is the path we walk, no matter...
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. My, you have been a busy little creature, haven't you? You may need to visit several of them. I doubt anyone would be willing to give up all of their secrets.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across...
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever...
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before...
You can see me. Oh, God woke.
The spirit looks at...
It is hard to hear of such power, and not covet it for yourself. I lie to my...
Quercus, what do you... Gad, stop gawking at the shield. You ought to be quite used to such journeys into that... I read through some tomes I saw that cranky old lizard carry. Some fascinating leads, but nothing like the power we need to stop the Knights of Dre and their wicked plot. Our gargantuan friend is easily impressed. No, of course it knows that already, Quercus. Yes, I'm aware it's the... No, I most certainly do not feel the need. I owe our shield my life several times over. I hardly need to grovel and thank it each time. Now, if you're quite finished ogling your favorite long-legged scratching post, we need...
spirit keeps glancing back.
How can I help? I don't have a choice. You're the one wearing those I cannot do anything to prevent it. If I knew the way, I'd shout and...
The chronicler puts his... The spirit keeps glancing...
How can I help?
The destination pyramid doesn't answer the call. There's something blocking it. The destination pyramid doesn't answer the call. There's something blocking it.
Glancing.
How can I help?
Off you go. I can't be seen raternizing with the likes of you. A sorcerer? Ha! Second rat wizards by my book. The reddish-coloured flesh beasts round here string your kind up by their hands. Well, I'm a rat, and you're some kind of curious, large-style flesh beast. Never the twain shall mix. Thus spaketh the reddish, large-style Just look at what happened to that lovely flick-tongued scale slitherer when she spent too much time with a lumbering, large-style flesh beast of her own.
There's only one way, Papa! Yes, yes, yes! He wanders, he wrong roosts, but he is special, what? Papa!
Delicious, Quercus, but try to restrain yourself. What? No! You don't even have a stomach! It'd just be indulgent.
Doubled over in agony, the shivering Magister, noting the attention, he straightens, revealing insignia spelling Kinnet, and a jagged wound spilling his innards upon the ground. He reaches a ghostly hand into your chest and squeezes your heart. Kinnet raises feeble hands to fend. The spirits of a Magister and a dwarf are locked in ethereal combat. Their vicious blows make no impact, yet...
Sorcerer! You must hate the Reds as much as I do, eh? Rightly so. Reds had sorcerers locked up tight in that caravan. And you know where they was...
The Magister lunges for the dwarf. His...
Anna, you saw it with your own eyes. You know sorcerer's law, Voidwoken, and you know we'd all still be alive if you hadn't attacked our caravan.
The bull lazily chews non-existent card. It registers...
Well, guess I should have seen that coming. Dying, of course. As soon as they sent me pulling that there wagon, I should have known this was how things was going to end. Of course, I can see the future, and it's... Sure you want to know? Alright.
The bull shakes itself, swallows the card.
You're gonna die. Let me think about that now. Soon? Maybe.
The bull shrugs.
Here. I don't suppose you could do me a favour and unhitch this here harness so as I can make my way to the field of...
The bull nods its thanks.
I knew you'd say.
Remember you Reds with more venom than even the Black Ring.
Ma, can you hear me?
And who are you? Oh, never mind, no time. Hurry on in and gear up. There's a void woken right out the front door. Barin? He's still out there? We gotta do this fast. Let's get those bugs out of here.
She snorts and tosses a group.
I could turn an anthill into a crater from a quarter of a mile off. With both of us geared to the teeth, we'll make short work of these. I'm retired Divine Order, you know. I ain't scared of a fight. You be glad I do. You can hang your hat on. I got all the fixings here for every kind of bomb, grenade, missile and shell you can...
Rather large for a cellar, isn't it? I've spotted something. I've spotted something.
Turned on us or just lost its mind?
The turtle looks up at you, slowly. It looks down, slowly.
Lucky in life, unlucky in love. Used to be the ladies, striking out. I like bees, made the soil under soil.
The turtle looks
lucky.
She lets loose a long sigh. She...
Rory, the rat. He's Grace. I'm Gruel. If only I could keep up. I could grow sweet things. I like bees. Oh, how kind. But I don't like butter. You could nectar? Do rats like nectar? Maybe cheese juice? Oh, that's too...
She grins at her own joke. It takes a good minute for her mouth to reach a full... The turtle looks up...
Luck made the...
You, apple tater cheese.
The rat's tail twists and untwists.
Cheese food, fruit food. No time, need food. Hungry cheeseberry.
The rat vacuums up your scent. It's
cheese food, fruit food. Can't talk, hungry.
The rat's tail
food.
The turtle looks up.
Lucky in life. Oh, he does love a good nibble. Maybe you could drop some victuals next to me. They say the way to a... I've made the soil...
The turtle looks up.
Lucky made the soil...
The rat's tail
Food.
Can't talk, hungry.
The rat's
Food.
The turtle looks up.
Lucky mate.
Ready, set, squash! Like I said, you start something with those bugs, and I'm finishing it.
Mari flashes a massive horsey smile at you, then winces, clutching her side.
By the seven, that was something. What'd I tell you? Nice scratch on me. None that last, at least. Glad my little guy got to see it. Oh, Wash, but speaking of fighters, you're not too shabby yourself. Know your way around a row, don't you? Oh, sure. Just a nasty bruise by the feel of it. May have to lay off blasting. Didn't catch your name, though. I'm Mari. Pleasure's mine. You all right? Dunno about you, but then again, if you hadn't rolled in when you did, I might be whistling Teedle-Dee in a Void Woken's belly by now. I owe you one. Reckon if I'd been more careful, then things would have swallowed up Bar and myself in one go. Thanks, though. Hate to cut this short, but I ought to dash off. My boys won't mind lowering the bridge, though. I find myself slightly indisposed for the moment. There you are, my good-looking lad. Mom! Let me get a good look at you. You're okay?
Course I am, Ma. Are you?
And there's my little
Spider monkey?
You come here, you...
Mother and son fall into a tight embrace. One tear rolls down Mari's nose, falls on the black stubble on Baron's head.
My boy.
Hey, wait, what? Thank you so much for helping my Ma.
Thank the gods. Oh, thank the mum. And our friend here too. I know a good arm when I see one. I'll tell my cousin Ryman what you did. He's real high up in the order, and he's visiting Driftwood as we speak. Could be, yes. We're off into town. Best of luck to you, mate. And come say hi.
workers come to join the party. Oh, but you do.
He takes a satisfied sniff and rubs his...
When it comes to graveyards, I'm a kid in a candy shop. All sorts of goodies and gewgaws for the taking. And a bit of rousing conversation. If you know where to dig. Indeed. It's not just decomposing flesh and bone dust underfoot, as you know. Why, the very...
He presses a forefinger against his chin.
You're a savvy one. I must confess, I'm not just here for random baubles and whatnot. There's something my heart, such as it is set on. Oh my, just a door. Somewhere in this graveyard lies an object belonged to a family buried near here. The Surreys. Old Joanna was the last. The poor problem is, no one knows what this object is. Only that it's an astounding piece of work. Seems Joanna took its secrets to her grave. Rather literally.
His coy grin freaks...
I can recite each page from memory. But I've neither the time...
Tarquin sighs, and his lips unfreeze. For a moment he...
It pains me to say, but you've talents in the adventuring department that I do not. This heirloom could prove valuable for both of us. Beautiful. The Surrey tomb must be somewhere nearby.
He looks toward the...
I do wish I could wander inside. It would be nice to look... Curse those masked freaks. God's damned Riker. Curse those masked freaks. God's damned Riker. So close, yet so far away. Ah, you again. Any luck in old Lady Surrey's tomb? Oh, good. Take a few. masked freaks. God's damned Riker. You again. Any luck in old Lady Surrey's tomb? Oh, take a few. Curse those masked freaks. God's damned Riker. Ah, you again. Any luck in old Lady Surrey's tomb? Oh, take a few deep breaths. Lovely day. Perfect weather for it. 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 Curse those master freaks. God's damned Riker.
Stone Garden, be welcome. The servant grumbles. At first glance, the spirit seems much like its host. The spirit nods, and its face...
This spirit's as haunted as the graveyard it roams. Human graves. May the dead stay forever at rest. Careful now. That's a trap.
The servant responds with a blank look, and... The spirit does not... Time and the elements have left this grave marker illegible. The elements have made it impossible to make out the name upon this grave marker.
I've spotted something.
Let's see what spirits fill this garden.
sinner I, and who is not? The sinner lies that they sin not. A sinner lies. And yet the boneyard's full of sinners who got their prayers, while I did not.
The spirit does not respond.
Come on, mistress. Hear me.
Zimski mutters to himself as he traces sigils in the dirt. He spies you, and
Heads or tails?
he flips the coin high in the air. It twinkles beneath the moon.
Unlucky. But then what? All my life I served Lady Luck and
Turning from you, he crouches back to the dirt. He resumes tracing esoteric sigils, his fingertips swirling.
Signs to call her. Oh, Lady Luck always came when I called. For 30 years now, I cannot influence even a coin toss. But you breathe. I'll wager you've more use for my gifts than I do. Here, tell me what you truly value. If my lady sees fit, I'll give you what I truly value in return. Good enough?
He smiles a foxy smile. He begins to trace sigils on your flesh. Though you cannot feel his fingers upon your skin, something inside you shifts. He croons incantations as he works, and his voice is like the throwing of 1,000...
Now you feel her touch. Now Lady Luck sings in your blood as she wants...
You were kind and honest and devoted to your dog, but you came a-knocking here in search of work, and the dog took a fancy to the man of the house. Your own dog turned on you.
A painful death.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
Hey, don't come.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right.
Buying or selling?
You're safe among friends. Never forget. You're safe among friends. Never forget. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
Hey, don't come visit your tongue. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
We just did here executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
You're safe among friends. Never forget. Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right as long as I don't have too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Buying or selling? Capital. Good luck to you.
Back for a return visit, or have at it? Got yourself situated?
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Yep.
Smells worse over here.
Glad to see you well. Anything more?
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
Hey, don't come visit your tongue. Who will?
Until later.
mating season. If I have to deal with one more buck looking to call...
I bet you're the musical sort. You've thought about taking up the lute. I got a few ready to go, all freshly strung. A shame. Everyone's got a melody in him, you just gotta look. My brother Laszlo couldn't carry a tune in a bucket when he were a wee thing. He's alright then, yeah? I am so pleased just where he's walking and talking. Ain't no surprise if he so... I hate the Magisters for what they've done. Stole me brother. I keep going though, hoping to get to Ark sooner than later. Lucian's Day crowds will be wanting some musical trifles. Useful? You mean deadly? Used to make bows and fletcher. Oh, I ain't taking that guilt trip. I ain't gonna stop your rowdy ways, but I ain't gonna help you either.
Up ahead, paladins, the famous divine protector.
Who goes there? Ha! If you're looking for adventure, east's the way to go. It's a void-woken hellhole over there. Sorcerer at work. Powerful one. Of course, you could wait for the Magisters. What should you expect beyond the bridge? Ha! Expect sorcery of the highest order. Expect... Go on through, adventurer. We won't... You still hanging around? And he's...
Heading east? If I were you, I wouldn't.
When weeping comes.
You look tough, but you ain't tough enough. East'll be your funeral. The rolling pastures of Paradise Downs ain't paradisical no more.
By Lucian's sword, we meet again. Would that circumstances were better here than in Fort Joy, but they're not. Void... The Magisters...
I shall not mourn.
A senior paladin sits hunched over a tattered map. He registers your presence, sits back in his chair, taps his fingers on the map.
I'll hold my tears when weeping comes. Who shall avenge you, darling one? I shall not mourn till war is done. I shall not weep while blood...
Who are you, and who sent you?
He looks up from his map.
Who are you, and...
He appraises you with a look.
I think I've heard about you. Didn't you free the Meister from the gallows in Driftwood? Ah, yes. Discretion is the soul of valor, as they say. I may have a job for a man of great valor and discretion. Interested?
He taps a finger on the map on the table.
Here, in the Black Pits, are White Magisters. Their operation is shrouded in mystery, and this pricks our ears. We suspect, that Dallas herself and her master Vriedemann are the inspiration for these dark endeavors. Look under the white veil of secrecy and report back. How much do you want? I have fewer paladins to pay. You think very highly of yourself indeed. We have a deal.
He offers you an item. A whistle-like device sits nestled in your hand.
When you're ready, send a war owl. Be careful out there. It's a dangerous place.
He looks you in the eye.
Don't get caught.
A weary paladin strips equipment from the bodies of the dead, singing softly to himself. He looks you up and down, then nods a greeting.
Oh, pity you just arrived. We could have used adventurers like you in that last fight. We're short-handed, deserters, if you can believe that. Abandoned their post and wandered off into the wastelands. Left their friends here to die. It's shameful.
He grabs you by the shoulder and forces you to look at the bodies at his feet.
See that, adventurer? That's Lord Godfrey and Guy Falchard. They were my friends. There, you are loyal or you aren't. And if you aren't, then people die. Friends die. See the captain if you will, adventurer. Maybe he'll put some work your way.
Ooh, how...
Seems like the only work these days is in fixing weapons. This will, eh?
If you're looking to fight, I can use the help. If you're looking to chat while enjoying the view, then bugger off.
The paladin sends arrow after arrow into the trees. She whips her head and...
They're coming. Doing my best, friend.
She turns back to the forest.
I only hope my best's enough.
For a moment, I thought you were our reinforcements. You here to lend a hand? Glad to hear it. Carry...
Careful now. That's a trap.
Rainbow's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where it leads.
The couple notice you approach. The man offers a cheery smile. The woman watches you a little more warily.
Greetings.
Greetings. The only thing worth knowing is that you should get...
Audrey, it's true. There's nothing for us in this place anymore.
The man half shrugs and half nods, agreeing to disagree.
Gossips, meddlers, interfering families, and now Voidwoken as well, tearing the place asunder. They're welcome to the lot as far as I'm concerned.
You can't mean that. These are our friends and family you're talking about. You must want them...
The woman throws the man a look, before turning back to you.
He's being too generous.
They stopped being our friends and family when they said we couldn't be together. Fulton's a sorcerer. I don't care.
That rainbow's beautiful.
The little squirrel cows beneath...
Please! Please don't step on me. My brother was stomped by...
Out of our way, two legs. It's mating season. I've got places to be. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Everything grows here. Tall and strong. Join us. Traveler, you are sick at heart, weary of living. Come here, rest with me in the sun. Come here. The sun is warm. Dear child, you sacrifice too much. You need peace.
A great pounding suddenly erupts in your chest. Your inner god roars and
It is awful how he treats you. He asks so much and gives so little in return. I am the only one who cares. He will say, don't play his game. Think of yourself. Rest here.
A sudden weariness washes over. Bone...
Shh, don't fight it. This is how it's supposed to be. Sleep now. I only wanted to give you rest, not pain. Now, I leave you. I am sorry.